Nice. Nice. Not nice. Cool. I love my teammates. I love my teammates. Oh my god. Stop! This is why I can't record. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. I'm pretty sure this ability for Tombstone is broken. And it's unfortunate because Tombstone was added 3 or 4 months ago, and this ability for it still hasn't been fixed. And who knows if it's ever going to be fixed at this point. All right, and welcome back, guys. We are doing another Tier 5 review. I know it has been a long time since we've done these. We've went over pretty much every weapon upgrade, every field upgrade, every perk, every ammo mod, kind of tested it out, how it worked on Tier 5, gave some suggestions on that. There are a few I missed while doing this series. So before Season 4 comes out, I wanted to go back and do the few skill upgrades I missed out on. In this episode, we're going to be going over Tombstone Soda, Tier 5, going everything about it, reviewing it, and seeing exactly what it does Tier 5, and see if this perk's even worth buying. If you're interested in watching the other videos in this series, I have a full playlist linked below with every single Tier 5 review we've made for these. So here is Tombstone Soda, Tier 5, and I've said this for a while now, I think this is the most useless perk in the game. I normally don't buy it, but we're going to go through and test everything out to see if we can find some sort of use for this. The base tier for this perk reads off, when down, become a shadow in the Dark Aether, armed with your weapons that can revive you. If your shadow loses all its health, you die. So pretty much this is just who's who. Tier 1, shadow form can regenerate health. Tier 2, increase down duration to 60 seconds. Tier 3, on death, drop a tombstone stash that saves your weapons, equipment, and resources. Tier 4, respawn near the end of a round instead of the beginning of the next. Respawn timers are reduced by 50%. And Tier 5, prevent perk decay while down. Tombstone Soda is always lost when down. And in all honesty, with Quick Revive Tier 5, I find every single one of these completely useless. The only thing that can potentially help is respawn near the end of the round instead of at the beginning of the next. This could be helpful if you're playing a co-op game, that way you're able to go ahead and get all your stuff back. But the rest of this, like, Quick Revive is just going to help you do this, and you don't need any of this. But with that being said, let's hop in game and test all of this out. And now we're loaded into FIREBASE-Z. The reason we chose FIREBASE-Z, obviously, is because this is the only map with a Tombstone machine. I know you can get it on D-Machina, but you gotta wait for, the Wonder Fizz to spawn. So we're just gonna be playing FIREBASE-Z for this one. If you're new here and want to sub, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're slowly chugging away to 100K subs. And on top of that, gotta give a huge thanks to everyone who's gonna leave a like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. All 3 of those things help me and my channel out massively. All right, so let's go ahead, buy Tombstone. We're going to test out the spawning at the end of the round thing. So we have Tombstone right now. We're going to go down to a zombie, and there we go. We're going to do our shadow, and now we're once again going to die a second time. So this should permanently kill us. And as we can see here, it's round 5, and my 2 teammates are going to proceed to kill all of the zombies except for one, and we're going to see if we can spawn in at the end of the round like the perk says. And just like that, all of the zombies are dead except for one, and I have yet to spawn back in yet. It's been like that for a few seconds, and yeah. So I don't know exactly what the game classifies as the end of the round, but it didn't seem to spawn us in there. And we tested this a few months ago, and nothing happened. Like, it seemed to be broken then, and unfortunately, it still seems to be broken. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong. We're going to go to a higher round, maybe because it's such an early round it doesn't work, but this is the only useful part of Tombstone, and it still seems to be broken. Now let's try that again on round 22. Let's buy Tombstone again, proceed to go down, and see if it spawns us at the end of the round, now that it's round 22. So same deal, we're going to bleed out. I'm going to have my teammates go, kind of leave one zombie left, and see if at any point in time, if it's going to spawn me before the round starts, and see if anything happens here. So let's find a zombie. Hello, kill me. Come on, come on. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So yeah, now we are spectating, and let's just see what happens when we get towards the end of this round. So we're here at the end of the round, and there's 1 or 2 zombies left. This round's gone on for a few minutes now. Still haven't spawned back in, and there's 2 left. There's now 1 left, and we're just chilling here. Still not spawned back in yet. I'm pretty sure this ability for Tombstone is broken, and it's unfortunate because Tombstone was added 3 or 4 months ago, and this ability for it still hasn't been fixed, and who knows if it's ever going to be fixed at this point. Hopefully the shorter timer part of this works when we go to Outbreak, but this perk clearly has 0 effect in round-based modes, and this is the only part of this perk that's actually kind of useful. Now we're going to test out the Tombstone perk decay. Right now we have every single perk. This is what happens when you go down. So when you go down, if you look here, we had 7 perks. Even though we had Tombstone, we got back up immediately. We only have 2 perks right now. The only thing Tombstone tier 5 stops you from losing is perk decay. So when you go down, you're still going to lose perks regardless when you have it. As you just saw there, we lost all but 2. It did stop us from losing those other 2. If we were down and would have stayed down for about a minute, we would have lost these other 2 perks. But with quick revive tier 5, most of the time you go down, you're going to get back up immediately anyway. So that part of Tombstone to me is just not very helpful at all. And I don't think I've ever gained any benefit from having that tier 5. Yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and test the shadow form, which the shadow form is just not as efficient as quick revive. So here we go. If you press G when you're down, you spawn in this other form that has the same weapons and perks that you had when you went down. And you've kind of got a mission to revive yourself. Teammates are also able to revive you while you're on the ground. If this timer fully goes away, you're going to permanently die out, and that's going to be that. Whereas if you had quick revive, you would be able to just kill a zombie and you'd be good to go. But once you're in your shadow form, you're not able to use that quick revive thing anymore. You've actually got to go to your person, revive them from there, and now we are back. Or instead of doing that, we could have just gone down and, you know, knifed a zombie, boom, back with quick revive. So much quicker, so much safer. Because once you activate that shadow form, if you die again, you immediately go into your stash and you're done until the next round starts. I'll show you what I mean here. So we go ahead, buy Tombstone once again. We go down. Now, if we go to our shadow form and we fail this, let's say like we had bad weapons or we just weren't able to get there. If we die, we're done. There's no second chance. You don't get to use your quick revive. And this is just so much more risky and slower than what quick revive is. And I really think quick revive tier 5 pretty much made Tombstone obsolete. And now we're on Outbreak to test the very last thing. We're going to see how much quicker we can spawn in with using the Tombstone perks. We're going to bleed out without Tombstone to see how long it's going to take us to spawn back in. So yeah, I got to wait here and watch this entire thing drain away. Nice. Not nice. Cool. I love my teammates. I love my teammates. Oh my god. Stop! This is why I can't record. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. So now that we've bled out, we have 60 seconds till we can respawn. If you look right there above the spectating, it says we have 60 seconds and we will be back in the game on Outbreak. So let's go ahead, wait this entire time, and then we'll go ahead and buy Tombstone and do it again. All right, we're alive again. Let's go ahead, buy the Tombstone perk, and let's proceed to go down once again. And here we go. Once again, bleeding out, and the respawn time is exactly cut in half, takes 30 seconds. So Tombstone, tier 4, affects Outbreak. It just doesn't seem to work in the round-based modes, and I don't think it's ever going to change, unfortunately. So yeah, given all that, I honestly still don't find Tombstone that good of a perk. It's kind of useful in Outbreak if you have all your perks bought, just in case, you know, you die. That way you're able to spawn back in half the time. But that's the only use case I'll ever find myself using Tombstone. If I go down, trust me, quick revive is what I'm going to use. I'm never going to use the shadow form of Tombstone because it's too risky. It takes too long and it's harder. It's a lot harder than just using quick revive tier 5. And yeah, I would say that I wish they would rework Tombstone, but honestly, it's kind of too late in the game's life cycle for them to rework it at this point. I think it's going to stay the same. It's definitely the most useless perk in this game, and I mean, maybe there's a use for it. If you guys have a use, if you guys use Tombstone and find it useful, let me know what you use it for. But for me, it's always going to be the last perk I buy, if I even buy it at all. With that, boys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Like I said, we've got one more tier 5 review after this, and we'll be done with this series. I know it's a little late, but hey, I just wanted to go back and give Tombstone its shot to impress me, and just for completion's sake, to finish off all these. With that, boys, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I want to take the last moment here to thank everyone who's became a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. And I want to give an extra special thanks to everyone who's taken a step farther. We've got the man himself, Hunter Ronaldo. We've got Chef, aka Chief, aka Classified. And the man with the most stable PS5 ever, DX2069. All of these people have taken it a step above and became an Unlock++ member on YouTube. Thank you guys so much, true homies.